Good morning, all. My name is Councilor DaRosa, and I want to say thank you all for supporting my dad and coming out to support his campaign. This year is an important election because I'll be 18 and I'll be able to vote. I believe that it is important for everybody to vote, including the youth. For more information, visit DaRosaAtLarge.org. We deserve better. Vote DaRosa. I'm going to introduce my stepmom, Annabelle DaRosa.
Good morning, all. My name is Annabelle DaRosa. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support. This is a very important election year. This is the third time my husband runs for an at-large seat. It's important. It's important for the community to get involved. He is a man that's devoted to his community. He's devoted to his family. He's devoted to his kids. And that devotion is what's going to drive the city of Boston. And again, we deserve better. This is important. Please come out and vote. Support our campaign. Support our cause. It's the community's campaign. It's not just the DaRosa at Large campaign. Thank you. And here is my husband, Domingos DaRosa.
Thank you, Annabelle. Good morning, Boston. My name is Domingos DaRosa, and I'm running for City Councilor at Large. Today I stand here with my family and supporters, asking you for your support as we kick off this campaign into our season. Boston deserves better. Better schools, better jobs, better opportunities, better health care, better communities. And the way we achieve this is by coming together and advocating for things that we desperately need. We have gone decades of issues that continue to grow, and we are the reasons that we can fix them. If we come out and do our civic duty and vote, we'll be able to make the change that we're looking for. Boston is a very diverse city. We come from different backgrounds, but we become one as a city on issues that we face today, that we can make sure that our families and our friends are actually receiving the services they need throughout the city of Boston. So I stand here today asking you for your support as we begin to kick off this campaign season and move into our signature collection, our door knocking, our phone banking, our fundraising, to make sure that we do receive better education, better public safety, better health insurance, better economic opportunities, better housing, so we can have a better community, so we all can live and thrive. Boston is my home, and I look forward to meeting you at your door, at the supermarket, at your children's school. Online, you can visit DaRosa at Large on all our social platforms. You can visit our website, DaRosaAtLarge.org. And today I stand in front of you asking you for support. Join us as we make Boston better for everyone.
Yeah! Yeah!
Good one, good one. So, the great thing is, when you have folks like you who reflect our city, is the reason why I decided to run for office. Years and years of community service and seeing friends and families go through ups and downs and not having the information to share with them gave me a little more of a drive to find the information, to make sure that our children are not left behind in our school system. Our friends receive the opportunities in job placements, in not only job placements, but be able to, the wealth gap, $8 versus $276,000. That's a big issue for me as a black business. We try to encourage each other because that's the way we're supposed to. The only way we're gonna change what goes on here in Boston is together. We deserve better. Years and years, decades of neglect, especially in communities of color. And we are the backbone of our city. Our friends in East Boston, in Charlestown, West Roxbury, New Ponset, Lower Mill, we all can come together because we're all asking for the same thing. Safer communities so we can raise our children. Better jobs so we can feed our families. And this is why we're running for office. And like I said, this is all voluntary. There's no paid staff. Everyone on this team is coming together because they want to make change. They're tired of the norm. And yes, sometimes I might seem a little rough around the edges, but that's my passion. I love my city. And the only way I can express it is through the passion that I have for the things that we believe in.
Everyone wants a better, and we can do it. We can come together and make the changes. So please join us, tap our links, share our contacts. We're not asking you to donate $1,000. We're asking you to donate 1,000 likes, 1,000 shares. That goes just as far. You know, that's not what campaigns are about. Campaigns are about building relationships with your community, meeting people in places where they are, not where you think they're gonna be. We have to change. We gotta make sure that we come out and vote. Our young folks, my daughter's 17 and she's been doing this with me since she was born, dragging her to meetings, having, you know, total strangers watch her while I'm in the union meeting. And, you know, she comes out of there telling me, do I call her auntie? Because every time I come, you know, I'm hanging out with Miss Pat. I said, yeah, you can call Miss Pat Miss Auntie, because Pat cared. She loved my son. Same thing. You know, I don't want to see my son be a statistic. We just had a 13-year-old kid get murdered. He's 15. My daughter's 12. My children are my future. But if we don't provide them with a better community, I want to be a grandfather. That's like my ultimate goal. Like,
They
volunteering the youngest, but the reality is, if we don't step up today and we make the differences, we're not going to be those individuals that we talk about. You know, in my culture, my grandmother is the stone. She's the foundation. She's the Mother Earth to us. And, you know, 5 generations later, she's 102 years old, and we're able to come and sit and talk to her and, you know, crack jokes. Half the time she don't know what I'm saying to her in English, and I'm talking smack. But she laughs and she giggles because the visit, the love is more important than anything else. And that's what we need in Boston. We can't let people price us out of our homes. We can't let developers develop properties that we can't afford. We can't allow folks to continue to railroad our school systems. 41% of our budget in Boston goes to our school system. 54% of our students are failing. 8% of black students go to Lang. 3% of white kids go to Madison Park. The numbers don't make sense. And the reason why they don't make sense is because we continue to have the same old politics. Join my campaign. Join my team. Join our team. As you can see, it's a team. My family, my friends, my neighbors, we're here in the rain because they believe in me, I believe in them. I got their back, they got my back. And whatever rock we got to chisel and turn into a statue, every chip we chip off that rock, when we're done and we polish it, and that's what Miss Sharon Hinton says to me, you're that rough stone, but there's a precious metal in there. Pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes gold. And when I listen to her advice and her wisdom, it gives me an inspiration to fill her shoes. As big as they are, if I start today, when I get there, I can fill them. Why? Because we gotta support each other. From the youngest of our population to our oldest in our community. We cannot continue to live the way we've been living. And again, join us, DaRosaAtLarge.org. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, right? What else, Lee?
YouTube,
IG. I'm learning. I'm learning about social media.
Hey, we got TikTok today, right after this.
Hey.
Coming in hot.
So thank you guys. We're going to break this down, and we're going to actually be doing another event. We're going to be down here on Mass and Cass with the Mass Ave Project, South End Roxbury Community Partnership on a day like this, because we believe in the folks that are down here who need our support, not only emotionally. Listen, man, when you come down here and you talk to folks, man, it brings something out of you. You be grateful. When we're done, we can go home. We can go into our warm beds. We can turn on the TV and watch a show. Folks have been down here for the last 3 days in the ring. So you picture that. You tell me how you feel if you was the one down here dealing with this and nobody gives you inspiration. And I keep going back to the Grinch. That little girl gave him a hug, the heartbeat. The little girl gave him a smile, his heart beat a little more. She gave him a little bit of love, and all of a sudden he likes Christmas again. We got to get these folks to love life again. And this is why we're down here every day, making sure that we show them the compassion and the empathy that we have for each other. That's how we make change. So I just want to add one more. This young lady is like, she pushes me. She creates a barrier and tells me to jump. She pushes the envelope. She creates a ceiling that's untouchable unless you're willing to fight to get there. So I'm going to bring in Jada. She was one of the inspirations why we began working with Orchard Garden United, why we started fighting a little more about the needles in the park, needles in the playground, so we can take back our schoolyards so our students can grow. So come on, Jada, come say something to the people. Don't be shy.
Come on, Jada.
You can take it. Let's go.
As long as I've been doing this, helping my community, helping the people get what they need, get their health care, I haven't really seen a change. And I feel like if you vote for somebody who's been pushing me the whole way, then we can actually have a change. So that's all I really got to say.
That's it?
Yeah.
Tell them who you are, what you be doing. She pushed me, I push her. She got a resume. Don't get...
My name's Jada Rackhard. I've been doing this for about 3 years. I'm trying to get health care for the people on Madison Cass, on Methadone Mayo. I walk down the streets in my own neighborhood and see people pricking themselves with needles, and it's not like it. The trauma for these kids and me that we have to deal with is not okay. I've been fighting for my community for about 3 years, and I haven't really seen a change. So now if you vote for Domingos DaRosa.
You believe in me?
Yeah.
What school you go to?
I go to Helen Y. Davis Leadership Academy, and I'm 12 years old.
You're 12? I didn't know you were 12. You're not going to bother you. Listen, she's being modest. We've been to D.C. She's talked to Joe Biden. She's talking to Vice President Harris. She's talked to individuals who are looking for support from the community to run for presidential position. She's a student, former student of the Orchard Gardens pilot school, and she fought to bring in adults to help support her cause, which was her peers being pricked in the schoolyard, her peers not being able to use the playground, her peers not being able to be kids. And then at the end of the day, we the adults sit back and watch. And we have this beautiful young person who has all this fight in her, but can't vote. She can't make change without us. So when I go to meetings and she's there with me, and there's a video that, we were standing the first meeting we did together, she's like, Mingos, I'm nervous. Amigos, I'm nervous. I said, feel my pulse. And it was racing, and she's like, Mingos, what's wrong with you? I said, I'm nervous too. And this is what we're supposed to do as a community. Inspire the young, listen to the elders, and make change for all of us. I want to give my son a chance to speak. Because, yeah, my son. This kid right here, I'm tough on him. At times I got to remind myself, he's a kid. But the things I know he's going to do in life is going to take more than just me. So when I bring them to events and I make them see things that I go through and I do, I want them to understand what's the importance of giving to the next. So it's catching them off guard, bringing them in to say a few words, but I want him to speak as a young black man who attends an all-white school system and how he feels about getting up at 5 in the morning to get on the bus at 6:30 and then get home at 7. Having to spend longer hours than the normal students here in Boston. And why he feels it's important that we change the school system to reflect the outcomes that we're looking for. Talk about you. And, how you get up in the morning and, your day-to-day. Go ahead, bro. Well, you can do it.
What do you mean by day-to-day?
Your day-to-day. The time you get up, from the time you get up, the time you come home.
Usually me.
Say your name.
My name is Jason DaRosa.
Louder.
My name is Jason DaRosa.
How old are you?
15. Usually me and my sister and older sister have to wake up at like 5:20 or 5:30 in the morning. So I'm getting a bus by 6:30. It's really tiring because we usually go to bed pretty late doing homework, studying, doing projects, all those sorts of things. And I don't really think it's necessary if like the school systems are better in Boston. We wouldn't have to wake up so early. Yeah.
your experience. How do you feel about it?
Why to vote for you? Okay. I
It's
think
okay, it's okay, Jack. I understand.
Yeah,
Come on, I take it. Listen,
they got to really like,
they got to rehearse, but you didn't.
yeah.
They got here 10 minutes ago.
Wing it. You got to wing
I'm
it.
saying, man.
Okay, how do you feel?
why they should vote for you? Because you put a lot of time and effort into trying to like fight for your community. Like there's some nights when you don't come home to like 3 a.m. in the morning because you have events you have to go to, Zooms you have to go to, calls you have to go to, and like meetings. So I think that's the reason why you should win, because you put a lot more time and effort, and like you're more devoted into your community.
So if you was 18 today, would you vote for me?
Yeah.
Not because I'm your dad, right? So I thank you all for coming. We're gonna wrap this up. The important piece about this is, again, it's a process that we talk about. We don't teach each other about civic engagement. I've been teaching my children for the last 22 years. My oldest son couldn't be here. He's working. And the importance of it and what we can do as a community when we all come together on issues that we face and the way that we can change those issues. So to wrap this up, I appreciate you guys. DaRosaAtLarge.org. Check us out. Volunteer. Sign up. Make sure you click that link and help us donate so we can raise the funds we need to be able to reach folks across Boston. Any amount helps. Signatures will begin on the 27th of April, and we're asking you to join us. Collect signatures or come down and sign our petition. We will be putting up the information of where we'll be across the city collecting signatures in different locations in the next few days. So I thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Have a blessed day.